Yo, what's up everyone, it's Kash and I'm back today with another Rocket League video, and today we're going to be going through my camera settings, my sensitivity settings, and just all my settings in game and why I use them and why they're best for me. And without further ado, let's start with the video. Okay, so first off, with gameplay settings, you don't really need to change that much. Obviously there's cross-platform play if you want to play against console players or PC players. These all personal preference depends on your Wi-Fi, internet and stuff like that. Divisions, I mean, you can change that if you want to see what division you're in. If not, because you care about your rank, then you can keep it off. The rest aren't really that important. But onto the spicy stuff. My camera settings, I'm sure everybody has heard. I have very unique camera settings, very close. There's a bit of a backstory to this. I use close camera settings because I've always been a fan of Lucinio. Back in 2016, I used to always watch his montages, his streams, and just his content, so I stuck with 230 distance, and ever since then I haven't really been able to get off them. I mean, for me, just in general, mechanically, I feel very clean with them. I feel like I have a lot more car control. Just in general, can do air dribbles better, dribble more better, and shooting as well. I feel like I'm a lot more clinical with close camera settings, but that's just me. I personally like having camera settings that are close. It's something I'm used to, and I'll never change up close camera settings because it's been too long now for me. It's been too long. Personal preference for everybody, of course. Some people prefer having close camera settings, some people prefer having far away camera settings, and it's one of those where you'll find the right ones for yourself, and you've just got to keep trial and error pretty much. For controls, again, everybody knows I play super high sensitivity. We've got 5.4 steering sensitivity and 6.2 aerial sensitivity. What a surprise. There's another backstory to this one. So when I was on console, I used to play on like a 50-inch television, and I actually used to play with 9.8 steering and aerial sensitivity, and that was just because I felt super janky. I wanted to feel fast, and I wanted to feel like I had control over my car and full control over my car. And it stuck ever since. And then obviously I moved to PC. Felt a lot better, of course, because I'm on a monitor and I'm on a PC with less input delay. But I had to keep the natural high sensitivity for me because I love feeling fast and I love feeling clean. And obviously I'm becoming an old man, so I've got to have high sensitivity. And then as we go on to dodge deadzone, I got 0.7 just so I don't backflip often. I've got to make sure I have the right reaction times with everything, especially with backflipping. That can be crucial when you're challenging for aerials, and you don't want to backflip that often. You want to make sure it is as minimalized as possible. And of course, the generic control settings, we've got boost on R1. I used to be a circle enjoyer, but I can't play claw, and it feels a lot better and comfortable for me to have it on R1. And honestly, I improved a lot with that, so it works. And we've got power slide and air roll on L1. It's a lot easier when you've got two binded to the same button. Just you can power slide into an aerial, you can power slide before you air roll, or even when you're landing from air roll and you can just power slide. It's definitely ideal, at least for me. That's personal preference again. We've got air roll right. I feel like directional air roll is becoming a lot popular nowadays. People are starting to see the value in it. So I have air roll left, which I primarily use on circle. See me use that a lot in a lot of games if you pay attention. And I've recently bounded air roll right to square because having both bounded is just easier for challenging and easier for recoveries. It's obviously nice to have. I would highly recommend having both air rolls binded. It's just better for mechanics and everything else. And then every other setting is pretty much the same. I have scoreboard, doesn't really matter. I don't actually use the backers mod interface with launching the ball, etc. I actually use Cyanix version just because I'm used to it. It's second nature to me now. There's not much else to it. Yeah, I mean, I use really high sensitivity, that's why I'm so speedy in the air. And camera settings, very, very close. And obviously, disclaimer, this is just my settings. This is something that I'm comfortable with and I've played for a very long time. You can try them out. It's up to you guys, but these are my settings and I've been using these now for, I don't think I've changed for 2 years now. And I don't think I'll change in the foreseeable future, to be honest. It's just, change is never a good thing with settings. And if you're changing often, I mean, again, some people do change settings often, but I feel like that just leads to a lot of inconsistencies, and you want to be as consistent as possible, especially if you want to improve in this game. So I tend to keep with the same camera settings and the same sensitivity and sometimes I add new settings in here and there, but at this point in the game, the only thing that's left to add really is directional arrow, and we've got it. So it's just learning them and mastering them now. Thank you all for watching this video. I appreciate it, and if you could, drop a like and subscribe down below. I will be uploading more videos in the future, and I appreciate the support, and stay tuned for the next video. Peace.